Hello, everyone. Just like you see right now, I'm putting my camera facing my miter saw. This is a stand for miter saw and planer that I built a few years ago with the casters. It's a great system, to have inside a small shop that you can, move the stuff around and but I'm gonna build one, and I'm thinking probably it's kind of I might put the casters on this new one, but it's gonna be big. It's gonna have two sides with the drawers, one on the left and one on the right. The middle will be for the vac shop. I'm gonna, right now I'm using a small vac shop for this one, and I'm just gonna use something bigger, and also I will use this for other machine and hook it, the other machines too. Uh, I'm not gonna go through, the cutting pieces of wood. I'm gonna be using plywood. It just makes, the video is kind of long and boring. I try to make something, 20 minutes the most, 25, and a half hour the most. And I still see, because honestly, sometimes when I'm watching some videos, and I see it, like half hour, I get bored, or sudden I start just kind of, going through it so fast, and I don't like that. Then you miss certain kind of parts that they're probably important, I'm gonna be using plywood, and I'm gonna use the bucket hole system, and I will give you the dimensions, and then you guys, if you want to change or you want to have the same dimensions and stuff, that's fine too. Because honestly, I mean, the way I'm still working on making, my shop clean and more organized, and I don't know, it's just collecting too much of wood, in here. And actually, and I have an attic which I keep moving stuff. But the attic now, it's God, it's another mess. And I'm gonna start cutting down on a lot of wood in here. Honestly, it's just small pieces around. You keep thinking, oh, this small piece, I might use it for something. I might build a jig. I might. Honestly, it's not worth it sometimes. And it's just so much junk, seriously. And I still believe, a lot of woodworkers, they do the same thing. They save this kind of pieces of wood, sometimes it's like 6 inches long. This one, for example, like 10 inches long, and I might use it for this. Just keep it, and you never know, some small project, etc., etc. It's not worth it for a small shop. It just make the place more crowded, and you start to feel like you can't breathe. I mean, that's how I feel now. I don't know how long it's gonna take me. Probably like 3 or 4 months to organize my shop, because work, and lifestyle, it's kind of taking the most of my time. Um, I got some time off before, and then I got sick, which I wasn't able to enjoy my time off. It was just cold. I'm probably gonna notice my voice, and I'm still dealing with this. It's a really bad virus that I catch. And I'm getting better anyways. All right, we'll stick around. I'll take step by step, show you how to build this if you decided one day to build it. If not, just enjoy the video. It's for fun. And I'm sure there is a lot of people that they can do a lot better work than me. You and then I'm thinking, once I probably get done with my shop, after I organize it and clean and everything, then I'm gonna start working on some furniture project. I worked on a lot of stuff, to be honest with you guys, but that time I didn't have the attention, to start making videos. All right, well, stick around, and we'll show you what are we gonna be doing. Thank you. All right, just like you see here, I'm making the bucket holes. That's what I'm gonna be using. I have 8 pieces. Actually, they are 16 by 3.5, and a big piece in here, which is 36 by 18. And this big piece in here, I have 4 of them. I'm just gonna keep going, making more holes, for all these pieces in here. I ran out of batteries, because my shop, it was very cold. I shut, I just turn off, actually, the heat in here. I don't like to leave it on. I don't want any fire or anything, when I'm not here, I just turn it off. Anyways, and that actually does affect my batteries, then I lose the power, in my batteries. I'm still charging some of in here. It's gonna take a while, and I'm using just this classic one. All right, okay, all right. I assembled the first part in here. I just put those together, pieces of wood. And for this place in here, I'm gonna be using trouser runners. Just using something, not that expensive, just this kind, which is just fine for me, just for shop, you're not making any cabinet, like for kitchen or something. That's the only time when you have to find something more can, good quality. I mean, this ones, they are not that bad. The most of the cabinets, if you look at them, that's what they use. And if you go with something different than this brand or this kind, of course, you're going to have to pay more. And I'm just going to be cutting, small pieces here for the drawers, and I'm going to start building the drawers, and I will show you that. All right. Okay, guys. There we go. This is going to be 2 cabinets, just like you see here. First and the second. It's going to be like, I think 43 inches long. I believe it's 43, let me just, yeah, 43 inches long, which is enough for me, the width of it is like 18 inches. It's gonna have 3 drawers. I add actually 2 pieces of wood, one here, the first one and the second one. Okay, and for this is the pieces of drawers that I already cut them, because I don't want to make the video, just showing you how to cut, etc. It's just the measurement. The measurement actually, that everybody can use their own measurement. Actually, they don't have to copy me, carbon copy me, whatever. Some people, they have a bigger, shop, they might do it created. I have seen people, like on YouTube, they had it like from side wall to side wall. All right, all these drawers, I have all these tools that I have in here. They're gonna be moved to those drawers. I don't need this one here. I don't need it. I have a sander that I have actually, that belt sander in there, and I don't need that. I had to cut a couple of pieces, ½ inch. There is 2, and I glued them together. Those, it's gonna be 1 on each side, one here, another one, it's gonna be on this side, and I'm gonna show you once I'm gonna be doing that. It's gonna be using, screws in here to give support to the piece of wood where the miter side's gonna be. And also, once I'm gonna be building, I'm just gonna build just like an easy way how to build, the drawers. I'm not gonna use like pocket holders. I don't know if I'm gonna use pocket holes anyways. I'm just gonna use just the regular screws in here, because I want to get done with this project as soon as possible. Other people, I have noticed there is a lot of people, they use them. It's a good system actually, pocket holes, it's strong too. We're gonna go step by step to show you. I'm probably gonna show you just one drawer how to build it.
and then we'll see what I can do next. Of course, between these two, I'm thinking maybe, I'm not sure what if I'm gonna get it hooked to the bigger dust collector, or I'm just gonna have a vac shop in here, have it separated on this side in here. I'm trying to minimize, like I said, my shop becomes to be so crowded, and it just makes me very uncomfortable. Once I get in there and it's just crowded, I feel like I don't want to be there. That's what I'm trying, and I'm trying to throw a lot of pieces of wood that I have in here, keep in just good stuff, that I might be using it for jig or something, building some jig or something. All right, I'll see you in the next step. Thanks. I'm gonna assemble these pieces of wood that I can build my drawer. And actually I'm using some screws here to 1.5. All right, we'll start working on this. All right, just like you see here, I used my clamp, just I can hold this until I put the screws in. Okay, just gonna put one more on this side right in here. Just gonna get the camera close. And then normally, we'll see how that goes. I might put 3 screws, or I can put I can put either 3 or I put 2. I'll see how that works. Okay. All right. Yeah, this looks strong enough, just 2 will be just fine. I don't need to put 3. All right, right now I'm doing the other side. That's gonna be the same process again. All right, I put these 2 in here, and after this, I'm just gonna go back to this side in here. All right. Every time when I have to put the screws in, I have to put this clamp and just show you how it looks, just like I showed you before. Like this, it won't move on me. As soon as I get done, I'm gonna get on the bottom side. Of course, I'm gonna push this same way right to the edge. All right. All right. This is the drawer now. It's all assembled. I just need the back here to put what I'm planning to do. Actually, I'm gonna put a MDF. And just one thing here that I want to show you. All right, every time you guys, when you assemble your drawers, you have to make sure that they are side to side here, that it's the same measurements. Well, it's the same. Yeah, if they are not, that's mean your pieces of wood, they are not even, or when you assemble it, you weren't paying attention, to make sure this corners is here, they are kind of, squared. That's one of the mistakes some people, they make, and I have done it before in the past. And you don't want to start all over again until once you put, the back, it's gonna be really hard, to fix it. I mean, not that hard, it's gonna be just consuming times, that's what I mean. All right, we're gonna cut the bottom of the drawer here from that MDF. This is the size of the MDF that I'm using for the bottom of the drawer. You can make something, like thinner than this if you wanted to. That's up to you. All right, I'm gonna be cutting this MDF, to get the bottom of the drawer ready. I'm already done with assembling all the drawers. What I bought here for the drawers, the runner, is this kind. It's 16-inch long. Something good, does the job pretty good. I have them here, which I placed them on some of the cabinets that I have in the shop, and they do pretty good. There is other kind, they're better than these ones, doesn't matter, as long as it does the job, I'm okay with it. But you guys, if you decide to put something better than this, you're free to do. Okay, right now I'm just gonna start cutting the MDF and getting the bottom of the drawers ready. What I'm gonna be using, I'm just gonna use a nail gun. I have seen before people using screws, which is fine, but I think a nail gun will be just good enough, to do. Okay, there we go. Yeah, and I'm just gonna keep going all around, just to make sure everything gets lined up. All right, just like you see in here, it's a deep drawer because I have to put some tools that I have, and I wanted to carry as much as I can put in here. Like I said before, I have an old one and I just don't want it here anymore, and I can use that old one for something else. I'm not sure. We'll see. All right, I'm just gonna keep going with the rest, finishing the rest of my drawers. What I'm gonna do right now, I'm just gonna install the runners, and normally they come with the screws, and this part right here, that's the one that it's gonna go against the piece of wood, and this part, that's the one that it's gonna go in the drawer. And normally this is how, once you put the drawers in, then that slides in. And I'm gonna show you how to do it on the drawer. All right, what I'm gonna do for the moment, I'm just gonna put some screws in here, and I have just to make sure I marked I have a tool in here, right here. I'm just gonna put a mark where the screw will go, and then I'm gonna go ahead and screw. Okay, this is the part that is gonna go on the drawer, and this is how it's gonna be. And all I have to do, I have just to put some screws in here, and it will be the same thing for the other one. It'll be the same process. Okay, I just have to go and put some screws and go like There's 3 screws on each side. All right, I just did install it, and just like you can see in here, well, sure it's smooth. Actually, like I said, I like these runners. They're not that bad, and they're not expensive either. I mean, they're good, pretty good for thinking like a 16-inch. I would say almost like $8. It's not bad. They work perfect. I like them. Okay, these 2 pieces of wood. I have one in here and another one. There is 2 of these. They're gonna be on this side right in here to give the support to the piece of wood that I'm gonna put in here where the table saw is gonna be. All right, I had to put 3 screws, one on the end, and it cracked in here because I just went too far. Now I'm gonna fix this. It's gonna be the same process on the other cabinet. All right, one more thing. I just cut 4 pieces on plywood, which I'm gonna be using one on each corner. That will make the cabinet more stronger, and also it will give me the chance, once I put the top in here, I can screw it, use the screws from underneath in here, and the screw will go on this side too. Then I don't have to go and put the screws on the surface. I don't like to see the screws outside, you know. I mean, it's not a big deal if you have them. It's just, it's nice to see it. It's kind of, you know, like smooth and even and not done, you know, on the surface. I think I'm gonna be painting it because most of my cabinets, or all of them, you know, they are gray, and that's what I'm gonna be doing. And also I'm gonna be cutting some pieces here, the face for the drawers. Just like you see in here, every drawer I'm gonna have to have a face for it. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead right now and put the screws, one in here and one on the other side, 2 in each, one right here and then another one right here. All right, I put 2 holes. They don't have to be, you know, kind of even and stuff. It doesn't matter, you know, just one on each side. I make them a little bit bigger on the size of the screw, like that. Once I go and I put it in here and I use my drill to screw the piece of wood in, it won't crack. And it's all done for, and the same thing for the other side too, for the other cabinet. All right, it's all good now. All I need to make the face for the drawers, and also I'm thinking to use a T-track in this side and also on this side, and my other side's gonna be here, and then after that I'm gonna try to run the dust collector, and I'm gonna get it hooked to my machine, and then I'm gonna put a drawer in here too. I'm sorry, not a drawer, a door. You know, there is a couple pieces I still need to give it more support on this side. It's gonna be 4 pieces, 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom, and I'm gonna show you once I'm gonna be doing that. And also I'm gonna show you, I'm just gonna put a basic door. I'm not gonna make anything, you know, fancy, or because honestly I'm running out of the time and I want to get this project done. And if there is any stuff that I have to change, I can do that later. I don't know, little things, not big things, because right now that's it. And I'm kind of satisfied so far. with this look. All right, once I'm gonna be doing the faces for the drawers, I will show you that progress too. All right, I got 4 pieces. They're the same size. I did use the pocket hole. uh, One is gonna be here in the bottom, and also another one on the bottom on that side. There's one on the front, the other one in the back, and also one right in here on the top, and one on the end as well. And that will give make the station more feels more stronger, and it won't be moving or nothing, and or start kind of like shaking when you're doing your work and stuff. I think that's all about this part in here. After this, I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna cut some pieces for the front drawers, and after that, I guess I will be done with it. All right, I'm gonna here one more thing to add. I'm gonna put I'm not sure if I'm gonna get it hooked to my dust collector, the bigger one I have, or I'm gonna use just a vac shop. And then I have, of course, to drill a hole in there for the hose where it's gonna be hooked, to the miter saw. And I think that will be the end of it. Of course, it's gonna be I'm planning to put a T-track on both sides in here, and after that the project will be done. And as soon as I'm gonna be working on faces for the drawers, I'll show you that part too. I am making the hole for the hose that is gonna be hooked to the dust collection or the vac shop. And I'm just gonna start. I already started a little bit. It's taking a little bit. It's gonna take a little bit of time. Alright, just like you see in here, this tube fits tight and nice. And I got 4 screws, one on each side here, just to hold this, and be just then once I put the miter saw on the top of it, it will be strong enough that I don't have to worry about piece of wood start moving or shifting or anything. Okay, and the hole sits in here. I'm still gonna work on this part in here for both sides, this side and also on this side in here, and I'm gonna be putting some screws from underneath here to hold these two. But I have to make some grooves in here where the T-track will go. All right, and once I'll be working on that, I'm gonna show you that. All right, I got here this piece of wood here. That's the face for the drawer. It's right here, and I did cut one for each drawer because I have 3 drawers in here. I did use this piece of plywood as a spacer for the sides in here. What I'm gonna use right now, I have my nail gun. I'm just gonna okay, I'm just gonna open the drawer, and I'm still gonna go inside and use some screws to secure the face. Okay, of course, once I get done, I'm gonna have to put a handle in here. Right now I'm gonna go with every single drawer, and I show you how to do that. If if you don't have a nail gun, actually, you can put the double side glue. I'm sorry, not a double side tape that you can put in here, and you can just stick it and it will hold it, until you get the screws from an inside. That will be another thing to do. All right, I'm just gonna keep doing the same process for the rest of the drawers, and then in the end I'll show you the result. All right. Okay. The face for the drawers for both sides turned out to be good. I like it. Just like you see here, drawers there are very smooth. Both these two and on the other side they are deep drawers. I'm just gonna put my power tools in there. And the top, the small ones, I don't know, I'm gonna use it for some chisels and other stuff. One more thing I'm gonna add in here, I'm gonna put a T-track on each side. Yeah, and I think the last thing to do is to put a drawer in here, because I'm thinking I'm gonna put a vac shop here, and the drawer, the door, actually what it's gonna do, it's gonna minimize that noise. I don't have to listen to that really loud noise, and they are very low there. And okay, then we'll jump to the next step. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do few passes, and to get this T-track to be able to fit in and be even with the surface of the plywood, I raised the blade of the height of the T-track. All right, and that's what I'm gonna be working on for now. If you see here, I did mark, where the T-track is gonna be going, like that I won't know. And of course I had to measure just to make sure that will fit in between these two lines that I marked. That's something don't forget to do. All right, I'm gonna start the process right now and turn the dust collector on. It's gonna be more noise. All right, so you see this is the first pass, and I'm just gonna keep going. Let me show you here. So I get to this side in here. All this part right here needs to be gone, where I mark it in here. All right, I'm just gonna do this process and finish it, and then I'll show you the results later. Okay, both sides, they are done. First part and second part. The T-track here just fit perfect. I'm just gonna do a little bit of cleaning here. Of course, I'm gonna have to cut this extra part in here by using my miter saw, or I can do it on hand. If you guys don't have a miter saw, you can do it on hand. All right, and then we'll get to the next step. All right, the T-track right now looks fine, looks good. I just put the screws in, and this whole part in here, because it's not, I didn't have no screws in there yet or nothing. what I'm gonna do, I'll show you here for a second. I'm gonna go here underneath. So 1 minute. I have 4 in each corner. Also on this side in here, that's where I'm gonna use the screws, you know, to hold the top. Actually, this top here, just hold it. I'm gonna put screws from inside. I don't want them to be from an outside, like that. It will look nicer. All right, I got this door. All I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put the hingers on each side, and I bought these handles that I'm gonna be using for these drawers, and then I will be done with the project. All right, there is one thing that I'm gonna add here to stop 2 blocks, you know, to stop the wood once I'm gonna be using my miter saw. Actually, I just did make here an X that I can find the center for both of them. All I'm gonna go and just what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drill a hole in the center. All I need 2 of them because I want one for each side. I want one for this side and also another one for the other side. Okay. Alright, there we go. Alright, this is the first one. And then I'm gonna do the second one. Alright, just like you see now, I have one on each side. If I'm gonna be cutting a piece of wood, you know, I have this stop block in here, and as soon as I start cutting, you know, the pieces of wood, they will be evened. That's something actually that you need to have for if you have a T-tracks. You will be able to get the pieces even when you cut them, you know, like that. You don't have to be measuring. You measure the first time, and once you do the measurement, then you don't have to do it for the second time, because if you're gonna cut in the same size for like 4 pieces or 6 or whatever, you know, doesn't matter how many you're gonna have, you know, that will be something good for here. Another thing I want to show you, I changed the hangers. I had to use this one, and I have a handle for the door, but I don't know what I did with it. I have to start digging around. Just like I said, honestly the shop here, it's a mess, you know, and then I'll show you. All this needs to be moved and clean and taken care of. Pieces of wood that I keeping. Like I said, I would say the most of the woodworkers, you know, once you start cutting, you keep saving pieces of wood. I might use this. I might need it for something. You know, I become to be a hoarder. All right. All right, that's the end of the project. All right. I did build a hand for that drawer because I can't find. I had one somewhere. Honestly, I looked everywhere, and I can't find it. I don't know what happened to it. Maybe I did use it for something I don't remember. I don't know. All right. I got that drawer. I mean that door. It's gonna be. That's where I'm gonna have the shop vac, and then I'm gonna get it hooked to the holes in here, and 2 big drawers deep, like I showed you before, top one is gonna be for small supplies, or like chisels or anything. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I'm still gonna have to arrange, because I'm trying to organize, like I said, this shop, and I don't want this to be very messy inside here in the shop, and then I'm gonna throw a bunch of wood, these small pieces and stuff, there is no need for it. And that will be it then. And I'm not sure if I'm planning, like I had mentioned before, I might paint it gray. That I don't know. I'm probably just gonna leave it the way it is, which is fine. Well, I hope you did enjoy the video. We'll see you the next time with the new project. Thanks for watching, and you guys have a good holiday. Bye.